On the evening of October 28th, 2016, my father and I got into a crazy, hours-long altercation over my alcohol and drug abuse. My father just wanted the best for me. He despised watching the drugs and alcohol strengthening their grip on me. We had had our struggles over the years, and we both had been drinking that night. What started off as an argument ended in the unthinkable. It's hard to even say the words now, but I killed him. I committed an irreversible act I could never take back. The tragic part has two parts. Part one, he is no longer here. And part two, I am the reason. I could have walked away once the argument escalated, but I did not. I had a choice that night. We all have choices. And if we aren't careful, those choices can have serious consequences. My actions that evening caused a tsunami of pain and trauma throughout my family. I took a husband away from my mother, a father from my 3 older brothers and myself. I took a grandfather from their children and mine, and removed myself from being a father to my 2 children due to my incarceration. I stole love away from those closest to me, and there's no one doing that. Moreover, it was not just one horrible choice, but a series of bad choices years in the making. I chose to love drugs and alcohol over everything. My family, myself. I lost complete sight of what was truly important. For the first few months in county jail, I tried reaching out to family, especially my mother, to no avail. My Uncle Robert, however, did come to see me a couple weeks after being locked up. He was the exception, but we did not speak again for quite some time. I was sick, shattered, and broken from the pain of what I'd done. It was around the 3-month mark that a fellow inmate reached out to me, and I will never forget what he said. He said, "Kenny, I'm gonna have my grandma call your mother." I was like, "What?" He followed by saying, "I'm gonna have my grandma call your mom and ask if she'll accept a phone call." I replied, "Wow, thank you so much." So his grandma did get in touch with my mom, and she said that my mom would like to hear from me. That was a powerful moment. A person I barely knew stepped out and extended love in my direction from inside a jail. So I called my mother, and we both just cried. She would not answer my calls until this point, and she had every right, because she was shattered. My mother mentioned a commercial that frequently played during the time we did not speak, where a young man was calling out "Mom." It caught her attention because she said that she felt that was my voice crying out for her. That commercial, along with the fellow inmate's selfless act, was my lifeline. I was self-conscious about the misty eyes, but to my surprise, several others came to see if I was all right and wanted to know how the call went. This was a major paradigm shift from the preconceived ideal I had of jail and prison. This spark of love would ignite the beginning of a beautiful but painful journey fueled by love. That was 7 years ago, and my mother and I now have a bond that is stronger than ever. It took several difficult years to mend our relationship, to put the pieces back together. I had to lay all those pieces out and explain each one to her, one by one, even if it hurt. It was no longer about me. It was time to be quiet, be still, answer questions, and listen. Her world was crushed and her spirit broken. She deserved healing. The truth needed to be brought to light. Responsibility, accountability, and humility on my part paved the way for her healing. I had to stop talking and start changing. People don't want to hear about how you're going to change. They want to see it. My Uncle Robert, who is my mother's brother, has always been a special blessing for our family. Having 11 siblings, he was asked by my grandmother when he was younger if he would take on the task of keeping the family together. He promised her that he would, and well, he stands good on that promise even to this day. He warned me about a year prior to incarceration that I would end up dead or in prison if I did not let go of the drugs and alcohol and regain control of my life. He was nearly right. My father ended up dead, and me in prison because I failed to heed his warning. He tried getting my attention throughout the years through long talks and interventions, but I never listened. Just months after my mother and I reconnected, he and I began speaking. And the first thing he told me was that after that visit in county jail, he went out to his truck and cried for an hour. He was torn, just like the others in the family. He also revealed that he was the person the family chose and designated to read my father's eulogy. He spoke on forgiveness and told everyone that's what my father would want. He, along with my mother, have been there for me since the beginning of this journey. He has been my life coach and mentor, and he is celebrating 30 years of sobriety from alcohol and drugs himself. He tells me often he's glad he made the decision to be in my life. Today, those two are my biggest supporters. Together, the three of us have grown through this experience immensely, and their love saved my life. 4 years ago, we were visiting, and they both told me I should live the rest of my life and honor my father. I was struggling at that time with severe depression and no sense of hope or direction. I accepted that pledge and now live each day for my father. My life now has purpose. My mother feels that my father paid the ultimate price to help me and my children. She believes that if this incident did not take place, then I would be dead. Making that decision to dedicate my life to my father was the best choice of my life. It reframed how I viewed my situation and gave me hope and the determination to turn this tragedy into something positive, especially for my father. That simple declaration created transformation and gave me the power to transcend my circumstances. To this day, I cannot stand to see drugs or alcohol. It breaks my heart to witness the devastation and destruction the two bring into this world. I feel my purpose is to also help anyone who struggles with chemical dependence. I have been there, and it's miserable. I would like to let you all know that the addict is not a bad person, but a broken one who needs help. If you're an addict, please reach out for help. Talk to someone about it. Do not be ashamed. You're not alone. I can boldly stand here today and attest to the power of love. There is no force more powerful. The heroes of the story are my mother and my uncle. My mother has fully forgiven me, as well as my uncle. They tell me that my transformation inspires them. The crazy part is that I could not inspire them without them inspiring me through love and forgiveness. Because of them, I have also begun speaking to my brother Benji over the past year. He has also stated that he's forgiven me. There is power and love in forgiveness. There's also power and love in taking full responsibility and accountability for our actions. The key to opening all these doors in the heart is to forgive and love yourself. That is the only way you will be able to move forward, to love and forgive others. When it comes to forgiving someone, you have to make that decision for yourself. But I will say, there's freedom on the other side of it. The first person to experience that freedom is you. Stop holding grudges with those you love. When you live your life for someone or something greater than yourself, it becomes more beautiful and gratifying. Coming to prison ended my self-imposed prison term. To my beloved children, Madison and Owen, I'm so sorry I could not be present in your lives. You deserve better, but please know that I love you with every ounce of my being and I miss you. To my mother and Uncle Robert, I love you and owe everything to you. To Tommy, Brian, Benji, and the rest of the family, I'm sorry you had to endure this tragedy I caused. I love you guys. To the addict, know that you are loved and that you have value. Life is not easy, but it's still beautiful, especially through sobriety. And to my fellow inmate, you are loved as well. I see the hurt behind the frustration. And to anyone else out there, know that life gets better only through love. And to the world, we could be so much better if we focused on love more than we do hate. And if we judge people on their stories instead of their shortcomings. And to my father, Dad, this talk is dedicated to you. I'm so sorry. I miss you, and I love you. Thank you.